Good evening, everybody. I am sorry I'm slightly late here. I've been trying to throw together some things for tonight's live. Feeling a little disorganized, kind of, it's been a busy day. It has been a busy day. I was hoping to be done with physical therapy, and they decided to continue it. So if I seem a little loopy or disorganized, it's just I'm a little tired this evening. I hope you all are doing well, though, and I hope that you are having a lovely day. It has clouded up around here this evening, so I don't know if we're going to get some rain, which would be lovely. We don't get a lot of that. Well, we don't get a lot of that throughout the year, but it starts usually it starts dropping off this time of year. So it would be nice to get some rain. So for tonight's live, I realized that it is the middle of September. This year is just getting away from me. So realizing that it was the middle of September, I wanted to showcase some fall ornaments tonight. And I had wanted to give you a preview of something I'm trying out, but I just ran out of time. I ran out of time. I didn't want to keep you waiting. So that might have to wait till next week, or you might have to see a something in progress, which I'm sure is okay. It's lovely. But I started to pull out the fall ornaments that I have, and I thought I only had a little bit, but turns out I had more than I thought. Some of these are pieces that I don't, they're one of a kind. I don't really have any plans to make another one. So if you are interested, I will let you know which ones are the one of a kind pieces. And that way, if you want to jump on it, you can contact me and let me know. Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure what to start with tonight. Actually, I'll start with a funny story. I'll start with my one pumpkin set here, and I'll tell you the funny story. So one of the things I have done, and I think I've showed this on another live before, but it's still available. I have what I like to call my Harvest Gratitude pumpkins. And these are two of the pumpkins here. They got the longer gourd style with Psalm, is that 107? Yeah, 107. I'm having a hard time reading backwards tonight. So you have the Psalm 107. I have just your run-of-the-mill orange pumpkin there with Blessed. And here's a funny story. I have a third pumpkin, and I was looking all over for it. I put the picture as the promotional thing. I'm like, I know I have this ornament. What did I do with it? And it's this one here, the Grateful. I'm looking all over, and I'm like, where is this ornament? I know I just had it. I'm tearing stuff apart. I finally am like, oh, I'll have to go on without it. I look over here in this corner. There's a wall here, and I have a hanging basket. I'd hung it up on the edge. I hung it up. It was sitting right there the whole time. I tore a bunch of stuff apart. I'm telling you, it's one of those days. I'd lose my brain if it wasn't stuck inside my head. So yeah, so this is my Harvest Gratitude set. I have offered these as a set of 3, and I'm going to be working this week on offering these one at a time, because I think that's just you can see how big they are. I have smaller pumpkins just to give you a reference there. So these are pretty big. Where's one of my, oh, here we go. So this is one of my 3.5-inch ornaments. That was one of the Mother's Day ones. So that just gives you kind of a size reference there. So it would make a nice thing to hang up in your office or in your kitchen somewhere. And then you can see the other, they're all fairly big size. So that is one set of ornaments that I have available for fall. And then if you just want, I showed you one of the smaller pumpkins. So I have smaller pumpkins. This one I did in like a taupe color there. I did a green pumpkin for fun, and they've got metallic gold on the edges there. This one's just kind of a short, fat squat kind of pumpkin there, that shape. So I have those smaller ones, and then I have some more without the writing, if you're interested, the gourd. And then these two, I did the blue, the kind of slate blue. That seemed to be a kind of popular color last year. I think this year is copper. I just haven't gotten around to making any copper colored pumpkins yet. So again, I believe, let me check, I have my website up here. The pumpkins are also, they're part of a couple sets. I'm offering an autumn harvest set that has pumpkins, leaves, and some other things in it. But then I also have just the pumpkins, all the pumpkins you just saw. I offer them as a set. I'm also going to be posting those individually. Yeah, so there's the pumpkins. I have one more pumpkin, and this this is going to be one of the what did I say? The one of a kind. I did this, I can't remember, was it for last year or the year before? I think it was the year before. I have, can you hear that kind of? This is my wind chime pumpkin. I was playing around with the possibility of doing some wind chimes. I did some very, you can't see how kind of, let me see if I can get that to focus. There's some really fancy beads on there. Maybe it'll focus now. I don't know. But there's some really fancy beads. I did some extra thick coating on here to protect the ornament part. And it just says, give thanks. So you could use that outside on a porch. You could use it as like a doorbell thingy, I guess, if the door would come against the chimes there. But this, if you are interested in this, please message me, because I only have one of these right now, unless I get a flood of people that are like, oh, I have to have that. I am not planning on making any more of these at the moment. So you'll be able to get a good bargain on that. Okay. So now we're done with the pumpkins. If you like pumpkins, I got pumpkins for you. What else? Let's see. Oh, let's do. I'm doing such. Last year, I started doing mushrooms. So I have these cute little mushrooms in several colors. These also come in a set. Mushrooms. Okay, so these, let's see if I can get a little hook here. There we go. So if you like to decorate with kind of like a woodland theme, you can use these mushrooms. I have some green, some pink, blue. And then this year I decided to repaint them a little bit. So I also have some new mushrooms, and these are a little more. I got a purple mushroom. I didn't know if anybody would like a purple mushroom this year. That kind of reddish, well, more like a pinkish color. This is a dark blue. I was trying to go with the same. This one's a little more of a grayish blue, but there's a darker blue and a brighter yellow. So you can compare this is like a more orangey, like a yellow orange versus a yellow. So lots of colors of mushrooms if you are interested. Yeah. And then I have some more unusual ones. These are really fun because of the shape of the cookie cutter. I am not sure that this is really what the cookie cutter was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be something like an ice cream cone, but all I could see was an acorn. So I did a little acorn ornament. So I have a couple of these. If you'd like to decorate with acorns. And another one that I had fun with was a shape that I think was maybe well, I'll let you decide what that shape was, but all I could see was the harvest style corn. Is this considered Indian corn? I don't know. I'm sure there's a more technical name for it. I can't think of it right now, but so I have the Indian corn, and the Indian corn and acorns also are part of like a big harvest set that I have available. So those are some of the more unusual shapes. All right. I'll show you another one that is a unique piece. I've only done one of these so far. I love painting sunflowers. So this is a sunflower. Our neighbor actually, our neighbor planted a bunch of sunflowers a couple of years ago, I think. And because he planted them so close to our fence, some of them poked through, and so we got to enjoy sunflowers too. And I did an original painting of that. And then for this, I was playing around with those leaves. Are actually, this is the first one where I was playing around with some dimensional leaves there. So it's got the green leaves around it. It's like a plaque. You could, I don't know if you can see how much bigger that is. Yeah. So that's a pretty big, let's see if I can measure it here. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4. This is about 5.5 inches wide and 4 inches. So this is like 5.5 by 4. So again, just a nice decoration you can hang on your wall. But this is the only one I have of this. Okay, so if you like this one, this is the only one I have of this. Speak now or forever hold your peace. And let's see. What's the next one? The next one, this is what I call my 2-in-1 ornament. So I'll show you this side first. This, I saw a decoration that inspired this. It's a little house shape, and it's got the watercolor in the background, and then the print that says "Give thanks with a grateful heart." So there, you can put this one out for fall. And then if you, oh wow, the lighting is really going crazy. You can put this one out for fall. And then when it comes time to change over to the next season, oh, look at that. So I call this my 2-in-1. So you can hang this somewhere that you would hang Christmas decorations to, and then just flip it to the other side when it comes that time. So I just thought that might be useful. See? I had a lot of fun with that one. I have more copies of this. Something I have been working on, but I didn't release yet. And I think this goes with fall. This was something my daughter suggested that I do. I found a bunch of cutters with fruit. So I have things like, get the book here. So things like a pineapple. I have, oh, this one has a string. I have a strawberry. I have some cherries. Oh, wow. Wow, the lighting. What is going on with the lighting? I am sorry, I'm not. Let me see if I can adjust that. I don't know if it's this. Is this light causing that? I don't know. That is weird. Sorry about that. So there's the cherries. Okay. My daughter's favorite, the banana. And a watermelon. I've actually used this shape for another ornament too. used it this way, but I thought upside down that would work as a watermelon. I have a lemon. I know that the lemon's probably the least exciting of the bunch. I have apple. If you want to customize the apple for any of your teacher back to school things, I can certainly do that. I have grapes. This is my favorite because I grew up in Northwest Pennsylvania, where it's one of the biggest grape growing regions. And this time of year, oh my goodness, the smell of the grapes, the ripe grapes, is just incredible. Nothing beats that. Sorry. So I've got grapes. And finally, the pear. So I said my daughter came up with this idea, and it was there are 9 fruits, like 9 fruits of the Spirit. So if you're teaching like a Sunday school, or you want to gift a Sunday school teacher or Bible study leader with a set of ornaments, the fruit of the Spirit, I'm going to be offering these pretty soon. Or if you just have a favorite fruit, that would be cool too. So I've been sitting on those for a couple months. I don't think I've advertised them yet, so that you're getting to see a first peek of the fruit. Okay, and I have a few more, but I see that we're about 5 minutes. We got about 5 minutes left. So I did want to show I have experimented in the last couple of years with different, this one leaves. This is another one that's pretty, these are pretty big, these leaves. They have different styles here. But I'm actually working on even more, because for some reason when it gets this time of year, I like painting different leaves. So these are some of the ones that are, well, this one would hang this way. There we go. So I have some leaves, and this is for those of us that are in areas where we just don't get to see the leaves. So I have big leaves. I have some smaller leaves. And these, I believe, I'm not sure if I have these in a set. Okay. But do I have, oh yes, I have my, so like I say, I like to paint different versions of these leaves every year. So I'm getting ready to make a new set. And here are the new leaves. And I have a couple other colors too, but this is I'm going to be offering those as ornaments, but I also have I'm working on some magnets. That was going to be the one thing I was going to show you, and I will show you. No, I don't have my metal ruler, but I believe I showed these in the spring. I do have This one there. Oh, that one got beat up. Okay. So I have these birds. Let's see. I'll focus in there. Come on, focus on a birdie. So, and these are just magnets. I have these two. I gotta fix the other birdie because he got beat up. So I'm working on that, and again with the lighting, I am so sorry. I don't know what is going on with my camera today. Right back up. There we go. Okay. It's just one of those days. This is a new offering. Come on. Look at a focus. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So this is another one I have for the fall. These flowers I actually painted digitally and put a little fancy background on there, and it says "Counting My Blessings." I had another version of "Counting My Blessings" or "Counting Your Blessings" or "Count Your Blessings." It was "Count Your Blessings." This one so far I've made into a magnet, but I am getting ready to also make that into an ornament. So let's see, I have the backing here. This is painted with a metallic gold, and I'm going to be putting, here's the printout. So we'll put that on there, and then the back will just be, oops, the back will just be the flowers. So that's going to be an actual hanging ornament, or you can get the magnet. And I realize this is kind of big for a magnet, but works as a nice decoration on a refrigerator, on a filing cabinet. Some of the whiteboards that are magnetic, we'll be able to put that on. And so that is the newest fall offering. So stay tuned for postings for that. And the reason I am doing magnets, sorry, I'm checking to make sure I don't go over too much today. The reason I'm doing magnets, it is I can use the same blanks for magnets that I can for ornaments. And it was something that when I was doing craft fairs, not last year, but the year before, I kept getting that suggestion from people. I said, oh, do you make magnets? Oh, these would make great magnets. And so I'm just testing that out. So if you think if there's any ornaments that you think you would like to see as magnets, please let me know. Please, either comment on this video or send me a message. You can message me on Facebook there, and we'll keep trying the magnets. So, because I also, I know you guys have seen the hem ornaments. I also have started doing the hems as magnets as well. Okay. So, that's all I have for tonight. By the way, I don't think I ever introduced myself for people. Oh my goodness, what a day. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Lisa Goss. I'm with Grand Story Ornaments, and that was my fall fall collection right now. So I hope you have a great evening, and I hope to be back next week a little more with it. Although I don't know, maybe I'm more entertaining when I'm a little tired. I don't know. So I wish you a good evening, and I will see you next Tuesday here on the channel. Bye for now.